8:15 now. As we get closer to the election, Gonzales Research and Media Company is taking the pulse of Marylanders. We are taking a look at the results of their recent polling. Pollster Patrick Gonzales is back with us. Patrick, thank you. All right, so we talked earlier with you about the national numbers and how people are feeling about the upcoming election and about the country. But let's take a look now at how people feel about things a little bit closer to home. Governor Wes Moore, how do people think he's doing?
64% of Marylanders, Patrice, approve of the job Governor Moore is doing. 24% disapprove, and 12% have yet to form an opinion.
And along party lines, there's a very clear distinction.
Well, there is. Democrats overwhelmingly approve of the job he's doing, 52% of independents. And while his disapproval among Republicans is, high, it's close to 50, 35% of Republicans in the state of Maryland say they approve of the job he's doing. Now, it's important to note that 35% is comprised of 7% strongly approve and 28% somewhat approve. So it's mostly soft approval. But Patrice, any Democratic office holder in this country would give their right arm to have 35% of Republicans say they approve of the job he or she is doing.
And overall, you made the point in the polling that he's nearing Donald Schaefer numbers in terms of people that approve of him.
No Democrat in the state of Maryland, no Democratic governor in the state of Maryland has had approval in the mid-60s since William Donald Schaefer's first term nearly 40 years ago. His second term was a little different, but anyway.
All right, so let's talk about some of the issues, juvenile justice being one of the big issues in our state. And you asked voters what type of laws ultimately help children under 18 who commit crimes. Do they want stricter laws, things like detention and boot camps, or do they want more lenient laws like counseling and social programs, diversionary programs? What'd you find?
We found that 58% of Marylanders want strict laws, while 34% want lenient laws. And it broke again along party lines with Republicans overwhelmingly wanting strict laws, independents overwhelmingly wanting strict laws, and Democrats rather mixed on it, but mostly wanting lenient laws. Now, Patrice, within the Democratic Party, the fascinating split is between white Democrats and black Democrats.
And what's that number?
Black Democrats to the tune of 63% want strict laws, and white Democrats to the tune of 57% want lenient laws.
And it's interesting because according to your polling, when they say strict, they're meaning they want the kids to take accountability and responsibility for their own actions, where the ones who say more lenient are meaning we all have a hand in what has happened to these kids, and so we all have to help, it's two very different thought processes.
It is a complicated issue that we tried, and you laid it out just how we did. Strict meaning detention, but ultimately taking responsibility. Lenient being counseling and those kinds of things, but recognizing that society plays a major role. And I just found it fascinating to see kind of not only the divergence by party, but within the Democratic Party, the huge split between blacks and whites.
And that is why we have so much back and forth on this every legislative session. There's no consensus, and this would explain why. Patrick, thank you so much. Always good to hear your insights. And I know you've got even more poll numbers coming out, so we're going to take a look at those when those are released as well. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Patrice.
I'm Kai Jackson. Thank you for watching. Here's another video to watch. Also, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel.